You're listening to The John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
No, don't wait for me. Whatever you do.
I thought you were ready. How you doing, Dan?
Well, like my name isn't on this particular segment. I'm good. Holy cow.
Hey, good Thunder Road Thursday to you.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Okay, pants, check. All right. Oh, my goodness. Happy it's, oh boy, this sounds like a blowout. You may want to get a designated driver. It's National Accounting Day.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. Accounting for, I'm guessing it's CPAs or something.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And quite frankly, I really like my accountant.
Good.
Cool.
I really, really do.
You should. You should always like your accountant. If you don't, you should have a different accountant.
Stand-up guy and go in there every year, of course, tax time, and he goes, dude, what did you do? And we laugh.
And then he takes the rest of my money.
And then I cry. All right, let's see. Birthdays today. Glad you asked. This is huge. This is a big, 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 big deal. Happy birthday to the United States Marine Corps.
Nice.
Happy birthday.
1775, Continental Congress said, you know what? I think we need some jarheads running around.
I agree.
Some leathernecks. Let's do this. United States Marine Corps turns 247 years old today.
Nice.
Awesome.
You guys both have phones going off here.
I know.
We do.
It's
Sorry. We are professionals, John.
I'm sitting over here with my phone silenced, so I wouldn't know.
Actually, it's my agent.
Is it your agent?
Yeah. So if I
Dan.
step out of the room briefly.
Dan, you can do better. Thanks.
All right. Also, Police Chief Martin Brody.
Jaws.
Born this day. Roy Scheider.
Nice.
Who brought one of
of my favorite movies.
Yeah, who brought one of the best catchphrases ever, still used all the time today. We're
we
gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah. That's one of the most incorrectly quoted lines of all time as well.
Really?
We just did the top 10, and that's one that's quoted wrong all the time. Because you said, we're going to need a bigger boat, and most people say, I think we need a bigger boat.
Which one is it? Because I was
think
just
you were
taking
right.
it. Okay. Wow. Wow.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
Wow, this turned out to be probably the best day of my life.
Well, now I'll Google it to see which one's right.
And now we're going to auger in. Tracy Morgan is 54 today.
Oh,
Nice.
and he is
Morgan.
fortunate to be celebrating that birthday. He had a heck of an accident.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It was like a Walmart delivery of some crazy... Yeah, he was in a limo or something. And
Yeah, it was bad.
Okay.
Really bad.
Tracy Morgan, I think one of my favorite things about Tracy is Biz Markie.
Yeah. They
who
sound a
is
lot alike.
one of my favorite artists. Of course, had the platinum hit Just a Friend. Tracy Morgan and him sound exactly alike. And I'm only bringing this up because it's the only way we can do a dramatic reading today. If I tie those two together.
Anything for the dramatic reading. And this is probably going to be my favorite of all time.
From the 1989 Biz Markie album, The Biz Never Sleeps. Just a Friend.
Love this song.
I whispered in her ear, come to the picture booth so I can ask you some questions to see if you're 100 proof. I asked her name. She said, blah, blah, blah. She had 9, 10 pants and a very big bra.
Poetry. It's poetry.
It is.
They don't write them like that anymore. Thank God.
A little taste of history. Holy cow, this has been going on a long time. This very day in 1969, PBS premieres a little show for the kiddos called Sesame Street.
Yeah, that did well.
What year?
1969.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been around a while.
Wow.
Hippies were running rampant. We were putting men on the moon. It was crazy. Woodstock was going on, and then here's Sesame Street.
I had no idea it's been that long.
A Jim Henson creation. That's kind of interesting. I kind of looked up, okay, well, who were the original, puppet characters?
Yeah, Muppets, yeah.
The originals. For instance, there
It
was
had to
no...
be Big Bird.
Big Bird. Was huge. Kermit was on
Kermit.
board. Oscar the Grouch. Bert and Ernie. Cookie Monster. And then some you're probably not familiar with at all because I don't think they exist anymore. Guy Smiley.
Oh, I remember
remember
Guy
him.
Smiley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How
Yeah,
about,
he kind of looked a little bit like...
He was like a newsman.
Yeah, but
Oh, okay. Okay.
he kind of looked like the guy that ran for president that was Mormon from Utah. What's his name?
Mitt.
Mitt
Mitt.
Romney. Yeah, Mitt Romney looked like Guy Smiley.
There was Beautiful Day Monster,
I don't remember that.
I don't remember Beautiful Day.
Granny Bird,
I don't remember that.
and Bip Bipadada.
Wow.
He's a singer. He's pretty good. He's involved in that mana type situation. things of that nature. Righty then, 1982. This thing is just absolutely incredible to view. In fact, they have replicas that tour the country. This day in 1982, the newly finished Vietnam Veterans Memorial is opened to its first visitors. Bears the names of over 58,000 servicemen and women who either died or are still missing.
You want to hear something really neat
Really
about that?
powerful.
Action. Yeah, that thing is it's
There's a
pretty incredible.
movie called Faith of Our Fathers, and it's about some guys going to that location. And I talked to one of the gentlemen that was in it was his movie. I talked to Kevin Downs, and the characters' names were picked before they ever went to that wall. And when they got there, they had like 20 minutes to film this scene, and they're like, how cool it would be if we found somebody's name on the wall that was like, could have been his dad. And they literally found the right names, exact names that they had kind of come up
That's
with
creepy.
fictitiously on that wall. So they're like, yeah, it was just an amazing God thing that when we went there, we had our 20 minutes to film before the place opened, and we went to the exact place where we would find the names that we were looking for.
That's
That is
creepy.
so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you get a chance, you're in D.C., Arlington area, man, scope that thing out. It's pretty nuts.
I would love to see it.
And this day, 1990, John Hughes' film Home Alone, starring Cullen, premieres. I was actually, shortly after that movie was released, I was at Chicago Airport.
Okay.
And strangely enough, I found a bar.
No way.
No.
I found a bar. I did. Probably the best Bloody Mary I've ever had in my life. Anyway, the bartender, an older woman behind the bar, goes, yeah, so where are you going? I said, I'm going to Atlanta. Okay. Well, right outside here, right outside the door, this bar, that's where they shot that scene for Home Alone. And I said, wow, I totally don't care. Why don't you make me another drink?
Good story, Dad.
There you go. I thought you'd enjoy that little side note there. Oh, right. I know, we all know. We just bounce ahead.
Gonna do that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Thank you for listening to Sunny 93.3. Super excited to visit with Aaron from Midwest Honor Flight, and we've got a really cool thing that we're going to be doing on Veterans Day, and this is an opportunity for people to help contribute to your organization, but also kind of get a little sweet treat as well, right?
Yeah, everybody loves donuts, right?
Oh, yeah.
You can't go wrong with a good donut, especially from Flyboy there in Sioux Falls. But we're very excited to partner alongside of Flyboy Donuts to, they're going to offer their patriotic dozens, and that 30% of those proceeds will go then to Honor Flight to specifically get our veterans next year out to Washington, D.C. to visit and reflect at their memorials.
I think that's really cool. Let's talk about Midwest Honor Flight, what you guys are doing, because I want to make sure people understand what a great organization this is, and then we're going to circle back and remind them how they can help. But let's talk about what you do. What is the mission of Midwest Honor Flight?
Yeah, of course. So we fly World War II, Korea, and Vietnam veterans from all across the state of South Dakota, Northwest Iowa, Southwest Minnesota, and Northeast Nebraska out to Washington, D.C. for a day of honor to visit and reflect at all the memorials in D.C. at no cost to the veteran. This is a one-day trip. It's a great opportunity for these heroes to have the chance to visit their memorials that have been dedicated at our National Mall, but also rebuild some camaraderie along with the other veterans that are on flight, and for some, be welcomed home for the very first time.
And this is something that you've done numerous times. It's a one-day event, but it's a lifetime of memories afterwards as well.
That's exactly right. We're very excited that as of this fall, we completed 13 successful missions, flying over 1,100 veterans out to Washington, D.C. But our work is far from over. We've got about 650 more veterans on that waiting list, as of today anyway, that have applied, and more will continue to come in as other veterans that have gone on flight continue to tell their friends about the opportunity. So partnerships like this with Flyboy Donuts will certainly help us get more veterans out to Washington, D.C., and all of our other fundraising opportunities throughout the year as well.
How many veterans get to join you on each honor flight mission that you do? How much space is there per trip?
Typically about 84 veterans will get that chance to go. And then along with that, then they do get to take a guardian along with them. And then we do take along some medical staff and some other support staff along as well. But by the end of the day, there's 190 people on that plane that we charter. They're all going out to Washington, D.C., whether they're veterans, whether they're guardians, whether they're support staff. But it's going to make that day successful and meaningful for those veterans on flight. And
what does it cost per mission to do something like this? Because it's not something that's super cheap, is it?
Yeah, unfortunately, we joke, we say, the flights aren't funded by hugs alone. And so about $175,000 is what it costs us per flight this fall. A lot of that does have to do with the fuel surcharge increases that have gone up this fall as well. So we're hoping that does come down in the spring, but that's kind of our estimate. About $853 per veteran is what we have to raise in order to have them join us on an honor flight. And again, the veterans don't pay for that. That's all fundraised, donated, or sponsored specifically.
And if somebody would like to sponsor a veteran, could they reach out and say, hey, I'd like to make a donation from my company? This time of year, the nice thing is there are some companies going, hey, we've got money in our budget, and if we don't, give this, it's once the year is done, it's too late. So if there is a company or if there's an organization that has funds that they'd like to donate, could they sponsor a veteran like fully themselves?
Absolutely, yes. Donations from organizations, from individuals, from businesses are all accepted. We're a 501c3, so everything is tax deductible that way. But they can certainly give us a call at 605-215-1319 or shoot us an email at info@midwesthonorflight.org, or even just visit our website at midwesthonorflight.org for more information on how to donate, but also our corporate sponsorship opportunities as well.
And with tomorrow being Veterans Day, if people would like to help you and get some donuts out of the deal as well, let's talk about how that whole program works.
Of course, they could go over to Flyboy Donuts' website and pre-order those patriotic dozens to be picked up on Veterans Day, or they can visit any of the 4 locations and place those pre-orders as well. On Veterans Day, they will have some available as well, but those will be limited on that day as well. So.
And everybody that buys donuts through this program, some of that money goes right back to Honor Flight.
Yeah, you're doing good twice. You're buying donuts to make your stomach feel real good, and 30% of those sales are going to go towards a veteran going on a flight future.
I love that. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat, and thank you so much for doing what you guys do at Midwest Honor Flight.
It's our absolute pleasure and the least we can do for these guys and gals that get to go. And thank you so much for your time today as well.
Absolutely. Again, Aaron Van Beek with Midwest Honor Flight. You can learn more about their amazing organization, and you can find ways that you can contribute at the website midwesthonorflight.org.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Thunder Road Thursday?
Pretty much everything that goes on at Thunder Road.
Oh, yeah, it is all pretty interesting.
Something for everybody. Bring the kids, bring the pets.
Fantastic.
Bring the
Bring
livestock.
pets. They love it when you do
I don't know
that.
about livestock. That probably wouldn't be
Got an emo hanging around? Bring the emo. We don't care. Fantastic. $25 gift card. Let's see. Who shall we pick today? Scott Gibbon sounds good to me.
There we go.
Scott. Hey,
Scotty.
Scottaroo.
Yeah.
Scott Stark. Scottinator. Good stuff. The gift card, $25 worth. Burn up as you please at Thunder.
There's a lot of fun stuff you get to do there.
All right, John, this is right up your alley. Things I found interesting.
All right.
You are not a fan of like spicy stuff, onions, peppers, that kind of a deal,
Right.
whatever.
I wish I could. I just can't.
Well, there is a world record for absolutely everything. A California man just lit it up the other day. Again, his book of world records. Inhaled. He ate. He woofed down Wow. 10 Carolina Reaper chilies in 33.15 seconds.
That's 10 more than I'm
And
ever
they
going to do.
they sound scary.
That is actually, on the scale of how they measure these things, the hottest pepper known to mankind.
Wow.
I mean, seriously.
So in other words, that guy is probably not feeling great today, is what you're saying.
I think he passed away, John.
I hope not. Do you still get the record if you die trying?
Wow, what a great question.
Oh, that's a very good question.
I think if you die afterwards, you're okay.
Yeah, he set a record, then he died from eating all the peppers.
Dude's name is Gregory Foster. Took the challenge in San Diego after he already had set the record 9 months previously by doing 3 of them. So apparently he decided to really lock and load and make it
Wow.
kind of a lifetime deal. These particular peppers, which were first produced by a gentleman named Ed Curry of the what a great company name. Ed works for the Pucker Butt Pepper Company.
Wow. It's a very...
What do you want to call it, boys? Well, we've done some research at focus groups. Pucker Butt
Yeah.
I love that.
comes to mind. How'd you like to be draw the logo for that?
I love that.
It'd be amazing. This particular chili registers at 1,641,183 Scoville heating units.
Yikes.
That's the method used to calculate the spiciness of food. Now keep that in mind, 1,000,000.6 Scoville heat units. Jalapeno peppers, which are pretty spicy, clock in at around 5,000.
Oh, my goodness.
Whoa.
So, I mean, these things blow your brains
They're
out.
super hot. Nice.
And he's just fine, and he said he got done and just guzzled a lot of milk and water and whatever.
Huh.
Well,
Well, I'll get
was
you some of them
interesting.
peppers, Dan. We'll see if you can beat his record.
I think what we need are hats and T-shirts from the Pucker Butt Pepper
I
Company.
agree with that completely.
I'll see what we can do there.
All right, we're gonna be busy here the next couple minutes.
Nice. Well, thank you, Dan.
Hey, you know what, you guys? Thanks for letting me do this when absolutely no other radio station in the world would. I appreciate that.
We're all on board. We think it's good. Well, we will talk to you again tomorrow. Thank you, sir.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Thursday, November 10th, 2022. Equity markets fell hard Tuesday, shedding more than 2% by the end of the day. The move may be a referendum on election results, but there's more to the story as well. Not only were there a number of bad earnings reports from names like Disney, but the CPI index is due out today. The expectation for the CPI was not good, and there's a chance that it could come in hot and accelerate at a quicker pace than the market has priced in. Regardless, the data will be consistent with the Fed's outlook unless it falls by an unexpectedly sharp amount. With earnings season winding down and the CPI behind us, the market will have nothing but economic data and day-to-day news to drive it. And that is a recipe for volatility. The next major economic reports are due out next week and will include retail sales, the home builders index, key reads on manufacturing, and the index of leading indicators. As it is, good news for the economy is bad news for inflation, and interest rate hikes may cap gains in the market. You can get the inside track at marketbeatminute.com.